Welcome back to FS25 here on Riverbend Springs. Sorry, I wanted to turn that off. So I was just moving that tank out of the way, so we can have all the room we need, like mentioned in the last video, to swap this over. Get it selected. Gonna get another 6 grand back. Not too bad. Okay, so we want beep. I guess it's the same. I decided in between videos, which has been a little while, but that's okay. But I decided I'm gonna do goats to start, just because I haven't done them before, or get milk, which is kind of what I'm shooting for anyways. So let's do the large. Let's see, back up a bit. So I want it kind of in the same-ish area. So let's see. Excuse me. So right in the middle is where we're going to put food. What goes over here? That's just where we pick up, so we want to be able to access that. So let's kind of line it up. Yeah, that's probably good. Let's do it right there. Want to customize? Yes. All right, so let's go out. Sorry, camera's being a little annoying. I want to be as straight as possible. Maybe I have to use the mouse. Might be a little easier. Oh, maybe not. Won't let me use the mouse. So let's just go there. Out to about here. Oh, jeez. Trees are in the way. There we go. Can't see it, but just want to make sure it's straight. Let's go to there. It's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. This I want to take it. I don't need to take it all the way out. Just give myself a little bit of room. Take this thing there. Something straight. Take it to there and then there. Plant the meadow, yes. Okay. It's not too bad. I think that looks pretty good. Again, it might not be perfect, but it's going to be, you know, plenty good for us. So let's see how many we can fit. 88. It's pretty good. How much did the original one fit? 68. So we gained 20 by using that little extra room there. Okay, so we're gonna need to buy some goats. Let me just double check. Yep, I can buy sheep. Either kind. Well, there's 3 kinds. 4 kinds. Okay, 4 kinds of sheep. And then the goats at the bottom. So I'm gonna go pick up some goats with my animal trailer. Might as well save a little bit of money on that. And let's actually check the animal. Okay, so there's no meadow grass right now. So I'm going to have to feed them some grass. Do I have anything in storage? I have silage. But we're literally cutting grass. We, as in a worker, is literally cutting grass as we're talking, so yeah, we're definitely going to have some available for them soon. I don't know why they keep missing that little spot there. I'm going to have to clean that up when the worker's done. But yeah, compared to the cows, I feel like the sheep are going to be so much easier to take care of. Oops, sorry, it just hit my mic. Because they just require grass, and you know, we don't even have, well, like, we can still make the bales. We don't have to wrap them. I can just go pick a few grass bales up, put them in storage, and then that should be good for a while. Actually, I might do like a whole field's worth of grass bales, just so we have some stored for a while, and then, you know, until we get low, just focus on silage. And that should be perfectly fine. I don't remember exactly how many I can fit at one time. I'm also not sure how many I want to buy. Not crazy amount, because I don't have a crazy amount of money. No, okay. I want... Hold on. Keep some goats. 0 a month. Okay, so they take 16 months to fully grow up. And then they can have... Oh no, animals that are healthy and older than 8 months can reproduce. Okay, well, it'll be what it is. Let's buy... How many can we buy? We can buy 13. Just do 10. Start with 10. Maybe or buy... Yeah, I can hold 88. Yeah, maybe next time I'll get 12 next time. Start with 22. So that way, after they reproduce, after I get 4, you know, rounds of reproduction, I'll have a full pen. I don't think, I don't think I'm going to sell them off a lot. Maybe once they get really old, and I want some like new ones coming in, maybe I'll sell them off. But I don't think you ever really have to, because I don't think there's a mechanic in the game that lets them die per se. And honestly, they're going to keep reproducing every so many months. And with the mod that I have, it's just going to be extra money, which honestly is a little bit gamey of the system. But I don't know. A lot of the times I feel like I make this game harder than it should be on myself, the way I play it. So, you know, a little bit of extra money coming in for that should be fine. I'm not sure how much that'll be, but it'll probably be a decent amount. All right, get these goats dropped off and go get another 12. How you doing? You're just about finished. So let's go ahead and send a worker up for this, for the road. Get you sent up to the store. We're close. And I'll use him to finish off those 2 spots that I saw, and then get him going on the next field. So this field I'm on now, let's just use this field for the grass. See how much we get, and bale it up, put it in the storage. Well, obviously give some to the goats, but then put the rest in the storage, and that should be good for a little while. And then we can kind of, you know, we can kind of monitor how long that lasts. You know, it's the first cut of year 6. You know, how long does it take for us to go through that grass and get an idea of how much that'll take? I mean, it'll be obviously a little bit different because eventually I'm going to get sheep too, and obviously they're going to use the grass too. So I mean, it'll be a little different, and you're going to get more than just the 10 goats. But anyways, it's still good to know. Okay, you are blocking traffic, so I'll get you out of the way. Unfortunately, there's not different kinds of goats, so we'll just have to deal with the one kind. These menus. Still haven't gotten completely used to these menus yet. So I want 12. I think I still, if I remember from last time, I still have some loan I could take out. Yes, I do. So I have 7, almost 17 grand plus. I think it's at least 100 grand that I could take out extra in loan. I'm going to try not to do if I can. But it's good to have the cushion. I feel like we're finally moving along. The silage is definitely adding up on our profits. And yeah, I think turns the next steps, since we finally got to the next step of this, will probably be, I don't know, just more fields. I feel like getting more fields and turning them into silage for now would be the name of the game. And then once we have the extra fields and get the more money, we can start to get stuff for a regular crop field like wheat. So we need wheat for straw, for the cows, which, you know, they're okay without it, but I'd prefer them to have straw. But more importantly, it's feed for chickens, which we need to make cakes, which is kind of what we're going for in this run. So, yeah, kind of like cakes and sheep, I guess. Doesn't really have a theme like the other one does, but yeah, we'll see where that goes. All right, let's go put them all in. There we go. All right, you are going to start windrowing. Oh, there's a little spot there too. That's okay. Nice thing about that is I don't have to add water to it, because it's built in. All right, you started there, and I want to go look at the baby goats. Wonder if they have trouble walking like the cows do. Hello, little goats. Munching on some grass. It says there's no grass here. It's okay. You're munching on it anyways. I know. Oh yeah, they are different kinds. They're just, you just buy general stock goats, I guess. Cool. Well, enjoy. Yeah, I guess I gotta wait till you're done before I can start picking up grass. Are there any contracts I could take? I don't really want to do bale wrapping. That's not really even worth it. There's one bale. It's such a small field. I don't want to do deadwood. I mean, I could do spraying. It's pretty close, but I don't want to have to buy the spray. Okay. No good contracts at the moment. Let me get out of your way. And actually, let's go look at... I'm racing the tractor. There's no way I'm running 9 miles an hour. How fast are you going? There's no way I'm sprinting at 9 miles an hour. I mean, maybe I am. It's a little It's actually slower than FS22, so I wonder how fast FS22 was. Oh yeah, these guys are big cows. They should have plenty of food. Yep, plenty of silage. Some decent meadow grass. There's only a few not grown-ups. But they... Oh, hold on a second. Are they at their full price? I think 36 was their full price. Maybe they haven't reproduced yet. What's my capacity? Can I fit more? No. Pretty much at capacity. So if they reproduce, there won't be any... I mean, there'd be 3 babies, but I would probably sell those. They're also... Oh, yeah. They're the closest to reproducing. So is it worth waiting? I don't think it's worth waiting. Maybe I'll just sell these 5 off. And that'll give me 5 extra room. And who's the closest after that? So there's 5 from there. And also 5 from there. I must have had an issue with these where they didn't have feed for too long. So their cycle got interrupted. That's probably what happened. That's okay. Yeah, I think we're still sell these off while they're a higher price because I mean we're gonna lose a few hundred per cow, and waiting for them to reproduce at this point would be 3 more months, and we're not going to make that much off the babies in 3 months. So, yep, we're sell them off now then, and make. Is that 3,500 per cow times 5 cows? That's what, like 17,000-ish? Yeah, about $17,000. It's not too bad. Making a lot of noise. All right, let's take this guy over. Some cutting myself. Yeah, we can plan a little bit while I'm cutting. So let me just open the mini map. So I think the next field that makes the most sense to go for is field 6 and or 7. I'll probably end up getting 6, 7, 9, 8. I don't know how much further than that I will go. That might be enough for what we're going for. So once I get like probably 6 and 7, I can probably start to save for some of like the equipment needed for a wheat field per se. So like the harvester and a grain cart, a planter, or not a planter, a seeder, things like that. Actually, I already have a seeder. So it'd really just be the harvester. That's really the big thing. Harvester and a seeder, or not a seeder, harvester and a, well, the header. That'll be a bigger expense too. The grain cart won't be too much. We already have a place to put the extra because it came with the farm. And then from there, I think once we get that established, then we can start getting productions. For now, we're just kind of sell everything raw as is. We'll have to figure out a place to put chickens. But remember, I mean, field 5 essentially will be where we're going to be putting a lot of the animals. So field 3, 4, 5 won't be as used as it is now. But I think with field 2 and 3 and 4, let's say, we should have plenty of grass, and then probably 6, 7, 8 or something like that we can use for wheat, and maybe one of those for grass as well, depending on how it's going. So yep, I think we'll be good going forward for that. But yeah, definitely next, I mean, short term, I don't think I'm going to be making land for the, or spot for the sheep for now. I'll probably work on just saving up some money for more fields and getting those 6 and 7 bought. Sorry, quick cut in there. I got interrupted by something. What were we talking about? Oh, planning. Yeah, so yeah, we'll just buy 6 and 7 next, turn it into more grass, more silage, and then from there we can start to build some of the pens for the animals, except for the chickens. I don't want to get chickens until I have feed for them, of course. So once we get like the sheep, we fix the cows into the milking cows like we actually want, then we can yeah, move forward from there and start saving for harvester and all that. So yeah, I know I'm kind of talking around in circles. Hopefully that all makes kind of sense. I'm honestly just sort of trying to fill the time as I'm sitting here cutting grass. I don't know. I try to fill the time as much as possible. I don't like to feel like it's awkward if I'm just sitting here in silence cutting grass, but I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe you guys are okay with that. I haven't tried doing a I can't even think of what they're called, where you play music at the background and, you know, speed up the speed of doing the field. Maybe I'll try that at some point, but yeah, I'm just sticking to what I know for YouTube purposes at the moment, but I get a little more adventurous at some point, I'm sure. Speaking of YouTube, I am trying to get back to making more videos. So my plan is for Riverbend, which I'm counting as like my main, like if I can only do a certain amount of videos a week, I will try to keep Riverbend going. It's kind of like my main important one, since it's the one that I kind of got back to YouTube with. So I will try to do 3 a week. I think the tentative plan is Wednesday, Friday, Saturday for those. And then for the pigs and veggies, I'm trying for 2 a week. So those I'm thinking Tuesday and Thursday. So kind of in the middle of the week for those. And then the last one, which I have not started yet, but hopefully will be starting this coming week. So when this video comes out, hopefully it'll be this week. I'm thinking for them to come out on Sundays. So this will probably come out on a Wednesday. What I'm going to say next is going to come out on a following Sunday. But I did a few videos of this before, a while ago. But I'm thinking I'm going to try again. Medieval Dynasty. I kind of want to shoot for like 45 to an hour videos, since that game... Ooh, that was loud. Sorry. That game's a little bit different in that, like, you know, I had to go through the whole day seasons, and I did half-hour, 20-minute videos. I feel like it would just be very short and rushed. Sorry, my headphones were a little loud, and it was a little loud in there. So yeah, I'm gonna start over on Medieval Dynasty. I didn't get really far on it the first time I did it on YouTube. I have played it since then. I just haven't recorded. And they just came out with a new update that I really like. So, I mean, they've done a few things, a bunch of things since the last time I played on YouTube. And I'm not going to kind of go through that now because I'll probably go through it when I record the video. But yeah, it's just, there's some things that make it a lot easier. Like the one big thing I mentioned now is, and this update's been around for a little while, but the resource storage, if you're within a certain distance of it, you can just make anything as long as you have the materials for it in your storage. So that makes it so much easier to like do some cooking, make some more buildings and stuff like that. It's very, very useful. You don't have to worry about lugging everything you need every single time you want to go make something. Or if you're in your field and your hoe breaks and you need to make another one, as long as you have a log in your storage, you can just make another one. But anyways, yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about that when I actually record. But yeah, that'll be the third series I'm going to get going on. And yeah, hopefully I'll get that recorded here this week. So it should come out the Sunday after this episode's coming out. So, and with that, I think we are just about at time. So I'm going to work on getting this grass baled up. I'll probably bring you back towards the end of this field. And we can make sure the goats get fed some grass. Yeah, and keep moving forward with the whole plan I just laid out. So, and the video looking at trees. But thanks for watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Have a good one.